Hey everybody, it's Dave and I'm back with another video. I'm gonna go over the stuff I got this month of December. It's not really a whole lot, it's just some CDs. But here we go. This first one is from Mallory Hope. It's Out of My Hands. This CD just came out this year. She's like contemporary pop, Christian. At least the song that I've heard on the radio is 316, No Greater Love. Pretty much talking about John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. So that's the song, based off that verse, and telling you there's no greater love than what God did for us. But there's some other good songs on here too. Walking with the Light, My God, You Will Make a Way, and Looking Back at Me were some good ones. Next up is the first album I've got from this group. They've been around for a while, but you really can't get any of their other albums except you get them on digital. And if I do that, I download them, then I rip them to a CD. So I just don't have the time to do that right now. So, but maybe eventually I'll get them. But this is Random Hero, and the album is Tension. They're on Rock Fest Records, which was a record label started by the lead singer of Seventh Day Slumber. And he also started another record label that's more pop contemporary stuff, but this one's rock. It's got Random Heroes on it. Fireflight, I think, is on it. So there's a bunch of other groups. I think Seventh Day Slumber's even on there too. But anyway, back to the CD. This is Tension. It's a really good album. Really hard rock. Let's see. Desperate Measures is pretty good. Motivation. Weight of the World. Tension. Outgrown. And White Flag. It's a really good album. If you get a chance to pick it up. Now these last five that I've got are four that I've got are stuff that I've just bought off of Discogs from different people. So they're not brand new, they're older CDs. Mainly just to get them in my collection. I just started getting into not really. I mean, I've liked their music ever since I can remember, but just now started to collect and to get the CDs of hers. But this one's from 1987, and it's the same girl from Twila Paris. Holy is the Lamb is really the only one that I can think of that I've heard, but I have to go back to look at her compilation CDs. But anyway, it's got Behold the Lamb, let's see, Bonded Together, Running to the Rescue, Send Me, Same Girl, Prince of Peace. Um, and yeah, and a few more. But this one came out in 1987. Glare, jeez. Um, yeah, so if you get a chance to pick that up, I'm gonna do that one next after this. This one is kind of like a tribute album. Well, it is a tribute album to Larry Norman. And you don't know who Larry Norman is. He's a Christian music singer back in when it wasn't called contemporary Christian or Christian rock. It was just called Jesus music. He pretty much helped start it. And so I got this one. This one came out in 1995. One Way, the Songs of Larry Norman. And this is an awesome CD. Very awesome. I love every song that's on here. I mean, you've got Jeff Moore in the Distance, you've got Rebecca St. James, Big Tent Revival, Holy Soldier, Audio Adrenaline, Dana Key from DeGarmo and Key, you got Code of Ethics, Grandma Train, ETW, and DC Talk, plus a few lesser known people that, Larry Howard, let's see, Serena and Pearl, Michael Anderson, but they cover songs like Sweet Sweet Song of Salvation is done by Rebecca St. James, The Great American Novel by Big Tent Revival, Why Don't You Look Into Jesus by Holy Soldier, The Outlaw by Dana Key, 6 O'Clock News by done by Grandma Train. My favorite song on the whole album, Why Should the Devil Have All the Good Music, covered by Jeff Moore in the Distance. And then ETW does If God's My Father, and then DC Talk's done their version of I Wish We'd All Been Ready. But like I said, this is a good album. You get a chance to get this off of Discogs, I would. It's very good. And here is the first one that I've got from this guy, but I've got other stuff from him. Because he used to be, when the group was around, he was the lead singer of Allies. I just started starting to collect his stuff. This is the first one, Bob Carlyle's debut album, Bob Carlyle. It's one of my favorite ones of his because I can remember hearing these songs on the radio. Mind, Body, Heart, and Soul, Getting Stronger, Giving You the Rest of My Life. Yeah, this is just an awesome CD. Like I said, he used to be the lead singer of Allies, but now he's on to his own thing. And this was before. I think this was his debut as a solo artist, and it was before he did that big hit. That I liked the song when it first came out, but I heard it so much it got old. That's Butterfly Kisses. So he was the one that did Butterfly Kisses. So, but that's like one or two albums after this. So that's Bob Carlyle. And last but not least, I know Dolphin Dale's gonna like this because he's a big fan of his, but this is Russ Taff and Walls of Glass. This one came out in 83. And see, the big hit that anybody will know is "We Will Stand." It's off this album, which is like his biggest, or one of his biggest hits as a solo artist. Now back here, this was when Russ was good, to me anyway, because he's into that Southern gospel stuff now, and I'm not really into that, but it's okay. He's still a great singer. So there you go. That's it. That's what I got this month. So I'll probably be back in a few days with a top 15 Christian albums of 2019. A lot of good stuff came out this year. It was hard to nail it down to 15, but I did 15. So I'll be back in maybe between now and New Year's Day, or maybe if I get any quiet time, uh, uh, before New Year's Day, then maybe, but it'll be sometime. So everybody have a good day and Happy New Year. See you later.